So I am always prompt. So guys, welcome to our Wednesday night PGI Team Call. This is being recorded as all of our other calls are. I hope everyone checked their the Bitcoin price, $37,000. This is January 6th, 2021. As we look back at some of these calls, we're going to see that Bitcoin was only $37,000 in January. We should have bought more Bitcoin. We should have jumped on the Bitcoin boat in January of 2021, because I'm telling you guys, we have not missed the boat. If you are just getting involved with Bitcoin, and when I don't think you've missed it. I mean, fortunately for a lot of us on this call, we've been involved in Bitcoin for 5, 6, 7 years. So we're this is really exciting. But someone that's just getting involved, seeing Bitcoin at 37,000, when experts are saying it could hit the upper 300,000, I firmly believe, this is just my firmly belief, without a doubt, it's going to be over $100,000. All right. 300,000 seems like a little stretch, but a lot of the experts that know a lot more than I do are saying that. The Winklevoss brothers, I believe, they've said numbers up there in the 300,000 range. So that's pretty exciting to be involved in Bitcoin. Couple things that I want to go over now. As I was reading, and this isn't a Bible class by any means, but I read the scripture every morning, and a verse really came to me yesterday that I wanted to just briefly talk about. I'm not preaching. I want to talk about how we can apply this to our PGI, our business life. But in Romans 5, 3 through 5, it says, knowing that tribulations work patience, and patience experience, and experience hope, and hope makes us not ashamed. So if you think about that with our experience, and that's just kind of lists exactly how our life goes, whether it's in business or whether it's personal. But tribulations, the naysayers, the things, oh, you're in a scam, or just little tribulations that you go through when, let's take this to PGI, as people look at, that it's a scam, or I read this, or I read that. Those are tribulations that you're going to experience from PGI. But with that, it works patience, because you learn to be patient, and you learn to not get so uptight when other people say that. Stuff like that just rolls off my back now, and I'm very patient, and I'm very calm, and I talk to them, and we go over what they've read or heard and things like that. So, but that works patience, and then patience is experience, because that's exactly what we're building. Experience. That happened. I remember this person, and it's great because I can look back at all of you guys on this call, especially like I see Dr. Marty and Richard Marks on the call. The experience, I can say, hey, Richard, remember 6 years ago when I first called you, or you called me, or however that worked? And we look at all the experience that we've had over all those years. So it all works experience, and experience hope. So that kind of came to me, and I wanted to share that with you guys. But as we talked last week, we talked about the growth mindset and the fixed mindset. And you just have to see, which are you more of, the growth or the fixed, or maybe you're equal in both. Are you a growth mindset where you're open-minded about things? Or are you the fixed mindset? No, I got to work 40 hours a week, 9 to 5 for 40 years. I have to put away in 401k, and I have to have a family with a picket house, and it has to be this way, this way. And as we've seen in the year 2020, all of that type of life is out of the window, is gone. Business owners, and here's the thing. Think about this. Everyone's saying how California's closed down and other states are closed down. Is this not a perfect business for everyone to get involved with? If you live in California and your businesses have been closed or vandalized or whatever, network marketing, by all means, that is the way to go. I say PGI all the way. And if we're making some of the money that we're making now, anyone can do that. If you're in California, whoever. So our mindset needs to be like we're trying to bless people. We want to tell as many people about, it's almost like telling people the gospel. You want to tell as many people as you can the good news. Well, this is good news. This is real. And the things that are coming down the pipeline, they're game changers, as Gary was saying, absolute game changers. And so, and I'm gonna let you know another game changer at the very end of this call too, that I'm gonna surprise everyone with. And so, you know, I also want to address a couple things, actually, and then there's one quote of John Maxwell I wanted to talk about, and then I want to address some housekeeping kind of things. But John Maxwell said, a leader is one who knows the way, goes the way, and shows the way. So knows the way, then practices what he preaches, goes the way, and then shows the way from his experiences. Again, that can be tied into Romans 5:3-5. So, but some kind of housekeeping. And again, I went over this last week, but there's going to be some that didn't watch it. But there's got to be there's got to be different. I don't know. I don't know what word I'm looking for, but there's got to be a system. Okay, there's got to be a system. So if you're a rep in this company, everyone has a sponsor. Everybody has a sponsor. And then they have a sponsor, and so on, and so on. Okay, so if you, being a rep, have an issue, you go to support. There's about 6 different support emails. Now, I will tell you, I'm told by February, March at the latest, there's going to be a whole support department filled with people, and support tickets are going to be addressed immediately. They'll probably be resolved within hours. Unfortunately, now sometimes it's days because we've grown so fast. But just please be patient. The support is on its way. But proper steps: create a support ticket. Wait 3 days. If you have not heard from them, create another support ticket. And it's very important that when you create a support ticket, you create it exactly the way they tell you to create it in the back office. And I believe, I'm going to quote something wrong. Maybe Richard knows. I think Richard sent it to me. But in the subject line, you have to have your username and the issue. I believe that's right. So your username, withdrawal issue, or withdrawing, or KYC, or whatever. And you need to make sure that you send it to the proper department. And if you do that, I'm telling you, it's going to get answered. So 95% of all the issues from the reps, from people that blow our, that text us or say that, it's user error. You're sending it to the wrong department. You're not putting in your username or the issue in the subject line. There's a couple things, and that's why. So the first step: support ticket. Wait 3 days. Another support ticket. As long as you know that you've sent it to the right department. After that, if you still haven't heard, go to your sponsor. Now your sponsor will create a support ticket on your behalf. But now they have control over the email, because support's going to send them an email for your support ticket. And then after 3 days, if that's still, then the sponsor can come to me or other leaders, Richard, Marty, Gary, and obviously then they would come to me. I'm kind of the go-between, and I'm not saying this to toot my own horn, but I am. That's just what they wanted. I'm kind of the go-between between RV and Caesar. So because people are jumping from steps 1, 2, 3, and they're coming right to me, right? So I talked about that last week. Please do a better job on that, and then it's going to work out. Support will be in full force by March at the latest. One thing here. Okay, so I also wanted to talk about the 4 levels of change. Okay, and I don't know if you want to write this down or not, but the 4 levels of change. The very first one is knowledge. Knowledge is the 4 levels of change. So you're thinking, well, why do I have to change? Well, is there something in your life that you're doing that you don't really like that you're doing, or maybe your sales presentations. Maybe you're wondering, well, shoot, I've never been a builder. I can't talk to anybody. Well, why can't you? And again, we're not expecting you to reach out and talk to 10 people each day, but why can't you? So we've got that. Knowledge is, let's see, I've got to, I think, hold on. Okay, there we go. Knowledge is the very first one. So we need to be knowledgeable on the compensation plan. We need to be knowledgeable on the products, knowledgeable about the background, knowledgeable about RV, okay? And things that people may read on the internet. You need to know that story. You need to know that story about RV and AI trades. And he's very transparent about that story. If you don't know that story, get with your sponsor, or have your sponsor get with me. I'd love to tell you the entire story that RV has told me twice. And so there's a story behind that, and a legitimate story. But be knowledgeable about, I had to call Dr. Marty today because I wasn't knowledgeable about an issue on the compensation plan. So, to my fault as well. So I can't tell you I've mastered this, but at least I know. I mean, I went to Dr. Marty, and now I know, and I am knowledgeable, more knowledgeable. So be knowledgeable. Number 2 is attitude. Your attitude. Okay, we are here to bless people. Okay, that should be our attitude. It shouldn't be, come on in, $10,000. Wow, I'm going to make $1,800 on that person. And now your attitude's different. Your attitude's more about making money and not blessing this person because they're going through this massive COVID stuff that we're all going through. So we're blessing people. All right, it's your attitude. What's your attitude when things go wrong? All right, if you're a leader, you're a big leader, and you have all the reps calling you or texting you, oh, this is happening, or I haven't been paid yet. What's your attitude? Your attitude needs to be positive. I mean, and say, well, listen, I understand the issue. PGI is aware of it. They have taken steps to getting paid more soon, or sooner. Is that a word? More soon, sooner. And like they eliminated 12 hours of the withdrawal process, which is going to, in essence, give us more time to get the funds out to people. They're also talking about a payment solution for a credit card where PGI is going to be its own e-wallet. And so when you do a withdrawal, it's immediately sent to your e-wallet. That is coming down the pipeline. That's huge. It's, again, another game changer where your e-wallet is in PGI. You don't have to worry about sending it to an external e-wallet. It's here. It's in your back office. It's your e-wallet, and you get paid immediately. How great would that be? I mean, we're going to be looking in a year from now. We're going to say, wow, I remember some of us waited a full week before we got paid. Now we're getting paid instantly. So how cool is that? So again, what is your attitude when so we need to stay positive? The third level of change, or dynamic change, is behavioral. Okay, so what's your behavior? And the way I look at that is, be consistent. When you give someone your word, do it. Be honest. I know we all have people in our lives. As soon as you're on the phone, hey, yeah, I'll call you tomorrow and let you know. And you're never going to hear from them. That's just plain and simple. You won't. Yeah, I know this particular person. He says that all the time, and his word means nothing. Right? We all have those people in our lives. So don't be that. So behavioral. You have to brand yourself. All right. And by that, they're like, wow, yeah, I really know that Marty Philman, that guy, man. He's honest. He's truthful. And I ask him to do something, he does it. All right. Is that going to be the attitude that people have towards you because of your behaviors? Or is it going to be like, don't call him, call this guy or that guy? So behavioral. And the last one is relationship and organization. So, building lasting relationships. And I know Gary, I know Richard, I know everyone, Dr. Mark, all of you guys can relate to this because we all have people that follow us into everything we do. It's because we have those long-lasting relationships. and they trust us, and they know us, and they yeah and they feel good with us, and they know that we're only looking out for their best interests. So we have those people, that those groups that follow you into everything. And so that's it. It's all about relationships. Only It only takes 3 to 5% to change. That's it. It takes 3 to 5% of your daily walk, your daily life to change, to actually change. Then it only takes 3 to 5% to control. Now think about that. Think about what we're going through right now with the Democrats and Republicans. Think about what happened on 9/11. And look at that, how they controlled us, and they still control us. I mean, going through airport security now will never be the same because of 9/11. So it only takes 3 to 5% to control as well. And then it takes 3 to 5% of a nation to change a culture. That's it. 3 to 5%. And that's it. So it's very minimal. I wanted to show real quick before I bring on a couple people, but I wanted to show, and some of you guys may have seen this, but can everyone see my desktop? Just nod your head if you can see it. Can you see this? Okay. I want you to watch this. This is a TED Talks on how to start a movement. It's really cool. It's only 3 minutes long, so I want you guys to watch this. Can you hear it? Thumbs up if you can hear this. Can you hear it? Can you hear it? You can't?
Talk a lot about leadership and how to make a movement. So let's watch a movement happen, start to finish, in under 3 minutes and dissect some lessons from it. First, of course, you know, a leader needs the guts to stand out and be ridiculed. But what he's doing is so easy to follow. So here's his first follower with a crucial role. He's going to show everyone else how to follow. Now notice that the leader embraces him as an equal. So now it's not about the leader anymore, it's about them, plural. Now there he is calling to his friends. Now if you notice that the first follower is actually an underestimated form of leadership in itself. It takes guts to stand out like that. The first follower is what transforms a lone nut into a leader. And here comes a second follower. Now it's not a lone nut, it's not 2 nuts, 3 is a crowd, and the crowd is news. So a movement must be public. It's important to show not just the leader, but the followers, because you find that new followers emulate the followers, not the leader. And here come 2 more people, and immediately after, 3 more people. Now we've got momentum. This is the tipping point. Now we've got a movement. So, notice that as more people join in, it's less risky. So those that were sitting on the fence before now have no reason not to. They won't stand out, they won't be ridiculed, but they will be part of the in crowd if they hurry. So, over the next minute, you'll see all of those that prefer to stick with the crowd, because eventually they will be ridiculed for not joining in. And that's how you make a movement. But let's recap some lessons from this. So, first, if you are the type, like the shirtless dancing guy, that is standing alone, remember the importance of nurturing your first few followers as equals. So it's clearly about the movement, not you. Okay, but we might have missed the real lesson here. The biggest lesson, if you noticed, did you catch it? Is that leadership is over-glorified. That yes, it was the shirtless guy who was first, and he'll get all the credit, but it was really the first follower that transformed the lone nut into a leader. So as we're told that we should all be leaders, that would be really ineffective. If you really care about starting a movement, have the courage to follow and show others how to follow. And when you find a lone nut doing something great, have the guts to be the first one to stand up and join in. And what a perfect place to do that. Thanks.
Okay, that's it. So I thought that was pretty cool. I don't know if you've watched that before, but I thought that was pretty neat. I wanted to show you. Okay, just a couple more real quick things before we bring them on. We are going to, this weekend, we're going to get a lot more clarification on some things, so I want you to be patient, such as Lloyd's of London, what that looks like, when that's going to start, other products, the ETA of those that are going to come out, why payments takes so long on the blockchain for some and shorter times for others. And so we're gonna address some of those things, and we know about those. So rest assured, next call on Wednesday, we should have some answers for you about that. And then if you're not part of the Telegram group, you've got to download the Telegram app on your phone, and then we can add you to the Telegram group. Gary did a wonderful opportunity call yesterday. We have the link for that on the Telegram group, and that is an amazing call. It's only like 25 minutes, and it's meat and potatoes. He gets right to it. So he does that every Tuesday at 11 a.m. Pacific Standard Time and 2 p.m. Eastern. And then if you look down in the notes section, I put the corporate calls. If you don't have those, those are all the corporate calls. And then my email address there in case you need you need anything. If you want to know the story with RV, or you want a shirt like I'm wearing here, I always bring this shirt. Look at this. I make money with Bitcoin. Ask me how. Pretty cool, huh? I got the masks coming in tomorrow. I ordered a lot of masks. So if you want one of those, I can ship one out for you. I don't know what they're going to be, 10, 15 bucks or something. That'll include shipping. But I'll have a mask on next Wednesday to show everybody. So just different marketing things that we're going to do. So what I want to do is I want to bring on Richard Marks. He's coming on. He's going to, I guess, talk more about the compensation plan and the boost up in case some of you guys have some questions about that. Richard, let's see, asked to unmute. So you just unmute, Richard, and then go ahead and take it away when you're ready. Yep, you need a screen share? Yeah, I've got to make you host. Let's see. Okay, there, you're host.
Oh, there we go.
There you go.
You're the host now. Okay. There we go. How's my audio, Dan?
Perfect. Okay? Absolutely perfect.
It's fine, Richard. It's good. Awesome. Okay. Just out of the way. Slideshow. Current slide. There we go. Okay, what I'm going to do is I'm going to just go over the basic compensation plan, and then talk about some finer points, if you like, of strategy. Whoops. Go back one. So we have 4 types of compensation. We have a direct referral bonus. That's when you personally sponsor someone and they buy a package. Then we have a binary bonus where it pays on the weaker side. Then we have a boost up, and then we have a renewal bonus. And in case I forget, top marks for Gary. He really knocked it out of the ballpark with his presentation, Gary. So well done, Gary. And I know we have some of the similar slides here because Zig Ziglar is my hero. I actually met him several times, and his philosophy is you can have everything in life you want if you just help other people get what they want. And there's nothing like a properly worked binary and an MLM to actually is the epitome of helping people building a team, and there's nothing that can compare to it if you work it properly. Let's go and get rid of these videos here.
And can you speak up just a little bit, Richard? I think they're saying.
That's okay. Okay, so
speak up just a little bit, Richard.
And the bonus that you get paid depends on your package level. So if you have a silver package, which is the first 3 one, you get 6%. Starting at $1,000 up to 10 is the gold. You get 8%. Platinum, you get 10%. And titanium, you get 12%. So whatever level your largest package on determines your direct referral bonus. Then we have a binary bonus. You must have one direct recruit on the left and one direct on the right. That will qualify you. The first pair does not pay the bonus. In other words, there's a safety net. So the first 2 you get, they qualify you, but you don't get paid the binary on. You do get paid the binary on their upgrade. So if they come in at 100 and they upgrade to 10,000, that counts in your binary points. Okay, so we will receive a minimum of 8% binary daily on the points volume generated from a smaller team. So you can have a left team and a right team, and you can get paid daily 8%, whatever your 8 or 10%. on the weaker leg. Now, the ideal is to have a equally balanced leg, left and right. And then I've got to get rid of this thing here. I'm sorry. I got it. Okay. Ideally, you want two legs balanced, left and right. I'm going to talk more about that in a minute. And you never know which is your weak leg, so it could flip-flop back and forth. Now, this is really cool, the boost up. Thanks to Marcia, who actually taught me about this, because I've done so many binaries, I kind of went past this. I assumed that the boost up only lasted for 30 days, and I found that it lasts, once you qualify, it lasts forever, and it is a huge boost. I've never seen this in any program before. So I'm going to spend a little bit of time on the boost up. What it is the boost up is an increase of 2% from your regular direct referral bonus and your pairing bonus, which means you get to enjoy higher income. So when you sponsor 2 new members into the program, one on the left and one on your right, within 30 days from the date of your membership activation, where these 2 members bought an entry package equal or higher than your current highest package. Notice that the current is in capitals, because at the time you qualify, it looks at your highest package, okay, that you need to have a left and a right at your current highest package. That automatically qualifies you in the reward program for Boost Up, okay? Boost Up only happens once with whatever is your current package. When you upgrade your package, your Boost Up is still remains as it is. For example, you made your Boost Up when you're at a silver package, and the direct referral bonus, you went from 6 to 8. If you're in a gold when you qualified, it goes from 8 to 10%. In all cases, the binary goes from 8 to 10%, except in the titanium, it goes from 10 to 12%. And you get an extra 2% on your pairing bonus or binary bonus forever. That is absolutely huge, okay? So I didn't quite understand how it worked, and now I have got a couple of, I think I've got it figured out. I'm not going to say I'm the end final word, but here's an example. And by the way, Stan is on the call tonight, Stan Larson from Canada. He is doing an awesome job. He's got his own package of 10K. He's got a left at 10K and a right at 10K. And I think he's got 3 more 10K packages on the way. If I'm not misquoting him, I think Stan thinks he's going to be the first person to qualify for the Caribbean cruise, by the way, which is 100,000 personal on your right and 100,000 personal on your left. So if you've got someone under you that's going for that qualification, that's 200,000 points on whatever leg they are on. Okay, so to qualify for the 2% boost up, here's what we're recommending for everybody. And I stand to be corrected if this is not the best strategy, but if you tell everyone to come in at $100 package and quickly get a left at 100 and a right at 100, you are now qualified for the boost up and the binary, okay, for future packages and upgrades. By the way, on the 100,000 right and left for Caribbean, upgrades do not count and renewals do not count. It's only new business, new personal, direct, not team volume, but personal personal recruits that count. Okay, so here, this is Stan. I got his permission to use this because we didn't quite understand it, and it still turned out okay. But here's the deal. Stan came in at $100 on December the 18th. On December the 28th, he upgraded to 10K. All right. Now he's okay on here on this one. This one came in at 100 points. So when he had 100 here and 100 here, if he had done his 100 on the left, he would have been qualified for the binary and the boost up. See that? But because he had 100 here and 100 here, then he did his 10K on the 28th. This Grim Thief came in at 100 on the 1st of January. So when he qualified, would have qualified, his current highest package was 10K, not 100. If he had not done the 10K, he would have done the 100, the 100, and the 100, he would have qualified for the boost up and the binary right away. Now, it still worked out in the end because he just got Stan Park here on the 5th of January, got his 10K. So now he's got 10. He's got 10 here and 10 here. He is qualified for the boost up. And by the way, when you first log in, you'll see your dashboard. If you scroll down on your dashboard, it tells you whether you're on normal or boost up. We checked that on his back office. He is on the boost up now. So everything he does now is 10% on the binary. And so he's got 3 more of those 10K packages coming in, and congratulations, Stan. And you might actually be the first one in the world to qualify for that Caribbean cruise. I'm rooting for you. Okay? So again, this is my current understanding that we should encourage everyone to come in at 100 points and get a left at 100 and a right at 100. That right now, I would say not 10% of my entire team has done the qualifying a left and a right. But if we told them that this would boost up their binary to 10% forever, that could make a huge difference. Everybody will go in and get a left and a right, correct? So now I'm going to go a little bit more into, I've upgraded this binary strategy teaching to be a little bit more explanatory. So the binary pays on the weaker side, it pays daily on the weak leg, okay, whatever your level is, 8% or 10%. So if you place one left and one right till you have 3 builders on each side, that's what I teach. I've been doing this for years. I've built massive binaries, and everybody wins, okay? What that means is you might not need 3 people on, let's call this your power leg. You might already be in a power leg that's a runaway leg. All you need is put your grandmother here for $100 and you're qualified. But if you follow this teaching, it's going to be a lot more balance. It's going to be a lot more momentum, and everybody is going to win. So here's what I teach. Go left, right, left, right, left, right, until you have 3 builders on the left. The yellow ones are builders 1, 2, 3 on the left, 1, 2, 3 on the right. And the key is, if you duplicate that, your first builder is going to come in here, and he's going to get 3 left, 3 right. That's builders. It might take you 6 or 8 or 10 personals to find a builder, but we're going to keep doing this till we got 3 builders in depth. What that does, it creates longevity, it creates stability, and we know that PGI is long term, but that's the way we should build it. So watch this. Let's say this is your power leg, and it's got a lot of volume. And you're going to go your first builder who's already duplicating. You got your second builder. Now watch this. Your third builder is going to have 2 sides. He's going to have a left side and a right side. Everything he does, I learned this from Maurice Katz, Dane.
Yeah.
Everything he does on the right is on your left, and right is on your right leg. So look, guess what? He does the 3 left, 3 right, and he's now got 3 builders left and right. He's qualifying for binary. He's making a lot of money, and everything he does is now counting on your, if that was your weak leg, you might actually catch up your power leg and pass it up if you teach this to everybody, okay? So duplicate the same with each builder. So the key is duplication. Everyone contributes to the initial momentum on both legs, teaches it to their 3 builders. It creates stability and longevity, and I believe PGI is ideally suited to this strategy because, number one, your daily earnings do not depend on recruiting. And I dare say that something like 90 or 98% of all the crypto deals that I've been involved in or that I've seen out there really are Ponzi's, where they are relying on recruiting to run the whole deal and make the payouts. Well, I think Dane already covered once about how Caesar, who is now I think he's the vice president, he did extensive research to show and prove that the daily payout would continue even if no one else joined after you. Okay, I think that's true. That's huge. So the company has everything in place for long term. Additional products are going to create multiple streams of income. And with the 2% boost up in the first 30 days, everyone should come in with the 100 left, immediately bring in a left and a right, of 100, and you'll be binary qualified, and you get the 2% boost up on referrals and carry forever. Now, if you're capable of coming in at 1,000 and get 1,000 on the left, 1,000 on the right, do it by all means. But most people aren't going to do that right out of the gate because a lot of people like to get the 100 and test the water. But you know what happens? Everyone who does the 100 after 3 or 4 days of seeing their daily earnings, they're gonna upgrade. Right? So this is very duplicatable. It will create a lot of momentum, a lot of early earnings on the pairing bonus. And when people make money early in this game, they're happy and they're going to go to work. If they're not making any money, like 80% of the team that are sitting there without a binary qualification, they're going to be a lot slower to get started. So that's it, Dane. I don't know if you want to take any questions, but I think that's about it. I got to get you back to Then
Yep.
they present it, right?
Yeah, just make me the
There you go.
presenter. Okay.
Yep. You're good.
And then let's. Can you stop the viewing of your screen?
Stop. There we go. There we go. Got it.
Okay, perfect. Okay, all right, two more people. The first person, next person I want to bring on is Dr. Marty Monahan. He's a great friend. We've been doing business for 5-6 years or so together in the crypto space, and I would love for Dr. Marty just to come on and maybe give his experience about PGI, give his little testimony about PGI. Not sure if you want to share what kind of income you're making, but maybe talk a little bit about financially what this is doing for you and your experience with PGI. So, Dr. Marty, can you hear me? You're unmuted.
Yeah, I can. Thanks, Dane. So a couple of neat things. I did test the waters. I came in at $100 package, and quickly I upgraded to 1,000, then 5,000. And then I said, you know what? I want to know more about what's going on with the company. So I actually went with a group of us, went to Las Vegas, had a blast.
Keep that door open. Keep that door open. It's nice.
Spent some
Feels
time with
nice.
RV. Saw the back office, the actual, the trading side of things, and I really saw his spirit. His spirit is one that is really what you said earlier in the call, Dane. It's he wants to bless others, and that's really why we're here. We're here not for ourselves. We're here to bless others. And so when I ask for prayer, I say, please bless me that I can be blessing other people. And that's really what's happened with this. I mean, this is a lot of people are hurting right now. A lot of people are worried about their health and they're worried about their wealth. And everybody you come in contact with, I don't care who you're coming in contact with, they're thinking about both those things. And so that's on their mind. And so it's a pretty easy conversation to start. I find that most of the time when I say, hey, have you heard about Bitcoin? People say, what is that? Bitcoin? What does that mean? A lot of people don't understand it. But I share the HBO special. If you guys have seen that, you're more than welcome. If you don't have the HBO special, if we could put it up on the Zoom chat, that'd be a nice thing to have. Also, when I didn't really promote it until about the last 3 or 4 months. I said, you know what? I just want to see if this thing's going to stick around for a while and meet the people, meet the owners. And after I did, I felt comfortable. And once I did that, things kind of changed for me financially.
Why that eventually was.
And that income has been about the same huge guy. It's pretty time for me where I work. It's a day, 9 days a month. I counted the last month of time I was off, and for the keeps 10 days was the week about 5 days. For a few days. I mean, it was every lifestyle.
And there's no pressure. It's a great
people story about what's happened. And if they're good at what they do, that's a check. I'll break these down. Second, if they are hungry, if they're hungry for the house, second, get to whatever it is, hard for if they're hungry, the third is, are they natural? They I think that's the and that's the patch will obviously more into the button. So if you go to the checklist, and if there are 4 out of 4, then they're already in. I kind of I did a video, and I'll be happy to share that with you. I think Dane, you got that as well. So I think it's about a 15-minute video that I just actually show my account, and I just show exactly what's happening. So I encourage you guys to use that account, and so as far as what this has created for me in the last 3 months is that I can pretty much wake up when I want to wake up. I can pretty much go to bed when I want to go to bed, and within reason, I can pretty much do anything in between that. Okay, so mwah. I'm very excited about it, and so thank you very much, and God bless you. And I'll say this: I'll say, God bless us to bless others. Amen.
Amen.
Back
Amen.
to you, Dean.
Thank you, Marty. Really appreciate it, brother. A little bit of that was choppy, but I think we figured it out towards the end, and we got the gist of what you said, and it's great that you're all in, and I think that's important. We should say, listen, we're all in. I know Gary's all in. I know Richard's all in. I know Dr. Marty's all in. So it's great. That should be kind of our motto: is the all in A team. So last but certainly not least, I want to bring in David Cantu. He actually came down about a month or so ago and stayed with me. The guy is so brilliant-minded. He's always constantly learning. Every day he makes it a point to learn more and more and more every day. And to my shame, I don't do that. And I was really intrigued with his knowledge, his brain, the way he speaks and holds himself. And so I asked him if he can start maybe coming on as a regular for 5 minutes or so and kind of giving us an exercise, or he's kind of a life coach. And I think that's good. So he's going to talk a little bit about himself, but I'd like you guys just to give your undivided attention to David, and if there's an exercise that he wants us to do, with the exception of me getting up and dancing because I can't dance, let's be respectful of that, and let's see what type of knowledge we can gain from David. So David, unmute yourself and come on in, brother.
Everybody hear me? Everybody see me?
There you go. Yes.
Good. All right, well, I want to introduce myself. My name is David Cantu. First of all, just a little bit of background. I was born in San Luis Obispo, California, on the central coast of California. It's between Los Angeles and San Francisco. I moved to Las Vegas in 2005. I actually moved there to be a professional poker player. I played in the World Series of Poker, and that was one of my first careers, and I did really well in doing that. After that, I became a fitness model and a business entrepreneur in the fitness industry. I also I started competing in men's physique competitions, and I did really well in that, and I got a big following in that. So I have a lot of knowledge when it comes to the body and how to lose weight and everything like that. So I joined PGI in August 31st, and I was just an investor to begin with. I started with a $20,000 package, and then I knew this was going to work. So I got another $20,000, and then I got another $10,000. And so I realized, I'm like, you know what, this is really impressive. I need to find out more information, and, what is this all about? So I met Dane in Las Vegas, that little party that we had, and it was really fun. And so he invited me, to come in to Florida. So I stayed with him. I got to know a little more about PGI. And after meeting with him and learning a lot of new knowledge, I decided, why don't I get binary qualified? And why don't I get a person on my left and a person on my right? So I started doing that. And I am just so grateful and so happy to Dane and just the whole PGI family, because just overnight, I just started signing people up left and right, and things are just going well. Like, I honestly have 6 or 7 income streams. Like, I'm an entrepreneur, and I just have things going on in the stock market, and Bitcoin's exploding. It's at 37,000, and PayPal and Square invested into it, and it's just blowing up. it's just absolutely blowing up. I mean, I'm looking at the screen all day. It's just exploding. I don't want to take up too much time. If you guys, we can do an exercise if you want. It's kind of a breathing technique. Is that okay, Dane? I mean,
Sure.
I could do it next time if you want, because I don't know if everybody's.
Yeah, let's let's just maybe finish up a little bit about yourself, and then next week we can come on and really really start doing some things, getting right into it.
Okay. Well, my sponsor is Windsor. Windsor brought me in through Dane, and so you know what? I'm just honestly, I'm just really grateful. I'm grateful to be a part of the team. I met a lot of people in Las Vegas, and everything is just unbelievable. Like honestly, when I talked to everyone there, and we had a presentation with RV, it was amazing. The guy is he has a kind heart. You know, he's just here to help. Honestly, I saw the guy, looked him right in the eye. I saw him open up his laptop. I looked at all the numbers and everything. This is legit, everybody. This is it. I mean, this is it. I've been in almost. I mean, I'm doing really well for myself, but this is it. I'm telling you, this is doing really well. So really, just pay attention to all of this, everybody. This is going really well. So that's kind of really it. Next week, you know, every week I'm going to come on and bring just a little bit more, you know, the ups and downs, positives and negatives about my life. And then so I can relate to you guys. We can talk and relate. You know, some things will be a little emotional. Some things will be upbeat and positive. And so just we can relate, you know, so we can all get on the same level, the same vibration, the same frequency of energy. And I'm just so grateful for God for blessing me and giving me where I am today. And you know what? Why don't we wait till next week to do the breathing technique? Because I want to do something that's very scientific. It has to do with inhalation, holding your breath, and exhalation. So I want to make sure it's 100% accurate for everybody. But I have some things, everybody, that'll blow your mind. I mean, if you're stressed will never be a part of your life again. Like this is a whole new dimension of consciousness that I could bring to you. Just a little taste, like a little bit of drop of things. You know, not too much, but just not to overwhelm anybody. But I think outside the box. I have some tools. They're subjective tools that can really help us in our daily life. So then again, I'm just so thankful to Dane and everybody in PGI. And you know, that's about it. We can go. You know, next week, you know, we'll talk again.
Cool. Thank you, David. I appreciate it. And that's kind of the idea behind these team calls. It's not just to talk about us or me or other people. It's I hope when you hang up from one of our calls, you're like, wow, you know, I think I'm a better person after that call, or I think I've learned something. And so I try to bring some value to our calls, and I'm telling you, David's going to bring a lot of value to that. So get used to seeing him as I said, as we grow, as this gets bigger and bigger and bigger. Okay, finally, I want to end with something that it's going to excite every one of you. All right. And one thing I do want to say, and I do like calling ourselves family because that's what we are, we're family. But you know what? We put our money where our mouth is. You know, I've got a 50,000, a 20,000. David's got 50,000 in it. You know, everyone, Gary. I mean, everyone. You put your money where your mouth is. It's not. It's not like we're telling someone to do something that we don't have confidence in doing or we don't want to do. So I love that about our family is that we all put our money where our mouth is. So. Next week, I'm going to have on, some of you guys probably know him, but Danny Pacheco. He's coming on with his De Niro app, and it is fully functional, but only for the United States right now. He is working for outside the U.S. He's going to give a presentation, probably 15 minutes, on his app and how you can use a credit card to purchase Bitcoin. Think about that. I want you to let that sink in. How many people you've probably talked to that have never dealt in Bitcoin, but they've got credit cards, and they're like, well, I'd love to do a $50,000 or a $20,000 or a $10,000 account, but I don't have any Bitcoin, but I do have a credit card. Can I buy Bitcoin on a credit card? You can, and this app will do it, and it's free, and it's amazing. And so he's going to go over a presentation next Wednesday on the De Niro app and how you can go about uploading your credit card to this app and purchasing Bitcoin. So I'm telling you, that's another game changer. If you think about it, that is another game changer. How you can purchase Bitcoin with a credit card. We also have even Robert Craddock has Capiche that we're still working on. So we're going to have multiple different streams that you can go to purchase Bitcoin using a credit card if that's your fancy. So that's it, guys. I wanted to, let's see, we have any questions? I'm looking here for any questions. I don't see any questions. If you look, I did put the what Dr. Marty was talking about. I put the link in there for the cryptocurrency. It looks like Marcia and Gary helped out with some links. I appreciate that, guys. And I'm not seeing any questions. So awesome. I think we're good. So I want everyone to have a great weekend, and we'll see all of you guys back. Also, don't forget in the chat logs, there's a call tomorrow for a corporate call. That is a corporate training call at 3 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. So if you could make that, go to Zoom and then type in that ID number and the password's PGI Daily. So get on those calls. Got to get on those calls. Get more educated every single day. So thanks, everyone. David, Dr. Marty, thank you for everyone being on the call. I really appreciate it. And we will see you guys next week. Take care.